It was a rainy Thursday afternoon when Emma fell sick at just 17. She had always been full of energy, running track, playing guitar, and lighting up the house with her constant chatter. But that day her energy had faded. She lay curled up in bed, her forehead hot with fever, and her voice barely a whisper. Her older brother Jake noticed something was off the moment he got home from college. The house was too quiet. He called her name once, no answer, then again, still nothing. He found her in her room, bundled in blankets, her face pale and her breathing shallow. "Emma, hey, you okay?" he asked, walking to her side. "I think I've got the flu or something," she murmured. Jake's heart clenched. Emma had always been strong, but seeing her so weak sent a wave of worry through him. Their parents were out of town for a weekend trip, and it was just the two of them. "All right. You're going to be okay," he said gently. Brushing a strand of hair from her face, he placed a hand on her forehead and winced. "You're burning up," he sprang into action, first grabbing the thermometer and confirming the fever. Then he brought her some cool water flu medicine and a bowl of soup. He carefully warmed in the microwave. He sat on the edge of the bed, holding the bowl, while helping her sip spoon by spoon. When she finished, Emma tried to sit up, but the dizziness pushed her back down. "Don't move too much," Jake said, adjusting the pillows behind her. He stayed by her side, placing a damp cloth on her forehead to cool her down. He even rubbed her back gently when she started coughing. "Thanks, Jake," she whispered, her eyes glassy. He smiled. "You do the same for me. You're my little sister, Em. I've got your back." That night he didn't leave her side. He pulled up a chair next to her bed and stayed awake, checking her temperature every couple of hours, making sure she had enough fluids and texting their mom updates so she wouldn't worry too much in the early morning hours. Emma finally fell into a deep sleep. Jake looked at her, peaceful at last, and let out a breath of relief. He quietly whispered, "You'll be all right, Em, I promise." The next day, Jake called his professors and let them know he couldn't make it to class. He spent the entire Friday caring for his sister, making her tea with honey, switching between cold and warm compresses, and even reading her favorite novel out loud, while she lay in bed with her eyes closed. It was one of those moments where time slowed down. As the hours passed, Emma slowly began to regain strength. Her fever broke late that evening, and Jake almost cried with relief. She was still weak, but able to smile again, and that alone made all the effort worthwhile. "Jake," she said quietly, looking over at him with gratitude in her tired eyes. "Thank you for everything. I don't know what I would have done without you here." Jake sat beside her and gave her a light hug, careful not to disturb her. That's what big brothers are for. By Saturday morning, Emma was finally able to sit up and eat on her own. Jake made pancakes just the way she liked them, with strawberries on top. He brought the plate to her on a tray and joked, "Room service at its finest." She laughed, her voice but cheerful, "You should quit college and be a nurse." He grinned, "Nah, I'd rather just be the best brother ever." They spent the day watching old movies, playing card games, and reminiscing about childhood memories. The bond between them grew stronger with every laugh and every quiet moment of understanding. That Sunday evening, their parents returned home and were surprised to find Emma up and smiling. Their mother, Diane, hugged Jake tightly. "You really stepped up," she said. "We're proud of you." Jake shrugged modestly. "She needed someone. I just did what anyone would do. But not everyone would do what Jake did. He sacrificed his weekend, his sleep, and even his classes to make sure his sister was okay. It was love in the purest, quietest form." Years later, Emma would look back on that weekend whenever life got hard. She'd remember her brother's hand on her forehead, the sound of him reading to her, and the feeling of being completely cared for. And in her heart, she always knew that no matter where life took them, Jake would be there, because true family means being there, not just when it's easy, but especially when it's not.